Hello manifestors, in this video we are going to discuss how we manifest, what are the two ways we manifest, and how you can change your story of manifestation. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please definitely subscribe and click on the bell icon so you can watch more videos like this that will change your life. So, how do we manifest? Well, first off, we always manifest, and we have always been manifesting. We manifest in two ways, according to our own specific beliefs and according to the general beliefs that we have about the world. Things don't just happen to us, but because of us. Long before we were acquainted to the teachings of Neville Goddard, we were already manifesting, either consciously or unconsciously. So first, let's talk about how we manifest according to our general beliefs about the world. I remember when I turned 30 years old, I had friends that were around my age, and they had the belief that once you turn 30, your body starts falling apart. As crazy as this sounds for anyone listening to this being 30 or 35 years old and more, those women had the belief that once you turn 30, your health starts to go downhill. And their health tended to prove this as well. They already had some type of health issues while they were just around 30 years old. As for me, I've never had such belief. I remember that I actually used to say the opposite. I kept saying that I felt better in my 30s than I used to in my 20s. At the time, I had zero clue about the law of attraction, manifestation, or anything like that. But that affirmation of mine, which became a belief, did wonders for me. Because indeed, some small health issues that I used to have in my 20s were totally gone by the time I hit 30s, never to bother me again. So while my friends' health started to go downhill because of their own beliefs about the world, mine was getting better and better as I grew older. Needless to say that once I've learned about how we attract and manifest in our world, in our reality, this story came to mind right away. Since we are speaking about health, here is another belief that most people have about the world. Many people believe that if one of their parents dies of cancer or Alzheimer's disease, for example, they have a good chance to get that disease as well. The problem with such belief is that since it has become a belief, the person who is going to accept this as true obviously has a much better chance to make it so. If on the other hand, you understand that you are God of your reality and that whatever happened to your parents doesn't have to happen to you, you are more likely not to get such disease ever, no matter how and no matter who has had the disease in your family. You see, that thing that people believe in this case, which is because there is a certain disease in the family, they have more chance to get it. It's just a belief, period. But when this general belief about the world is affecting you, you will manifest it in your reality. Another belief about the world, for example, is that people gain weight as they grow older. If you happen to have such belief, well, you know what's going to happen to you, don't you? On the other hand, if you, like me, refuse such belief, that problem is not going to affect you one bit. Personally, for example, because I have never had such belief, I can wear the same clothes I used to wear in my 20s and even before, to be frank. That general belief about the world doesn't affect me personally because I do not believe it, period. Therefore, that belief that we gain weight as we grow older doesn't affect me one bit. Never has, never will be. I recently realized that this belief of mine, by the way, about aging and health in general, has created amazing things for me above and beyond just being skinny and healthy. As an example, one of which being my recent love story. When I manifested the love of my life, my specific person, as we call it in the Neville Goddard's community, I remember how we laughed, my specific person and I, many times. As we used to say, we feel like teenagers because of the way we were feeling and even acting at times. Except that we are no teenagers, but more like middle-aged people. But because of my general belief about aging, I managed to live a love story that people only in their late teens or early 20s live. But in my case, because I actually was quite a mess when I was in my late teens and early 20s, I've never had such story back then. But because of my beliefs today, I happen to have lived last summer a love story that only very young people happen to live for the most part. But it happened to me because of my general beliefs about aging, which is a general belief about the world. So, do you see how your general beliefs about the world can affect your life? These type of things will manifest in people's lives according to their general beliefs. And those are just a few examples. There are many general beliefs about the world that are affecting people's lives every day. Now, what about specific beliefs that you may have? How do they affect you? Well, we run into specific beliefs issues a lot when it comes to relationships, for example. So you have this type scenario that I've read and heard about times and times and times again. You meet a specific person and it's just fantastic. But somehow you have specific beliefs about yourself, such as I'm not good enough, I don't have the right career right now, I don't have enough money. All I have had so far were bad relationships. I'm afraid to lose him or her, and so forth and so on. And because you have all those doubts and beliefs that are creating every single day in the background, one day your lover dumps you. So when this happened to you, that's when you want to understand what happened to me here. And that's when you find Neville Goddard's teaching through his own lectures and books or through coaches who are helping people using Neville Goddard's teaching just like myself. And that's maybe how you found this channel. Then that's when you realize that you have manifested your partner leaving you, because you've recognized that you were doing exactly what not to do in order to live a forever after healthy relationship. You understood that you are everyone pushed out, and that your breakup was bound to happen based on the negative creative feelings that you have had all this time. The good news is that you've learned from Neville's teaching that you are God of your reality, and that what you created in your imagination, what you keep on creating in your imagination, what you will be creating in your imagination, and the thoughts that you let run in your head all day long will become reality. This works for bad stuff, but it also works for good stuff. So remember this. You are always manifesting, before you knew it and after you've learned it. You are manifesting based on your general beliefs about the world and based on your specific beliefs about you. If you want to change your reality, what's happening in your life at any level, you need to change what Neville Goddard called your mental diet, which is what you're telling yourself all day long. Because what you've been telling yourself about anything in life has by now penetrated your subconscious mind, and once it's there, it manifests on autopilot. So if it's positive, it's going to serve you, obviously. But if what you believe it's negative, it's going to mess up your life, your reality, your 3D world a great deal. So what you'll have to do is change that subconscious programming of yours. The first and foremost thing that you should start practicing that will help you in all areas of your life, such as health, wealth, relationship, and anything else, it's self-love. If you start analyzing this, you will realize that you probably need more self-love. You need to literally tell yourself every day, I love myself. And you'll see that at first it's going to sound very strange. And if it does, you know for sure that you need to practice self-love. You can do self-love meditation and self-love affirmations. You could even make a recording of self-love affirmations using your own voice that you are going to listen to while you sleep, which works wonders, by the way. I have done it thousands of times and still do it. Because when you sleep, your conscious mind is asleep while your subconscious mind is not. So whatever you feed your brain while you're falling asleep and while you are asleep goes directly into your subconscious mind. And that's where we want it to go. And your conscious mind is not blocking what you want to go directly into your subconscious mind when you are falling asleep and while you are asleep. By the way, I do create such recordings for my clients. I do have this service available. If you want me to record affirmations that you can listen to while you're sleeping with my own voice or with your own voice, just let me know. Whatever way you want to do this, I promise you that this alone will put you on the right track and help you manifest anything you want in your life. Another thing you can do is decide what is the main thing or things that you want to manifest in your life while practicing self-love, and create in your mind a scene that will be an end scene, meaning a scene or even a phrase that you hear in your head that will only exist once you have manifested your dream. For example, if it's a health issue that you have, you could hear your doctor say, you are completely healed. If it's a marriage that you want, you could visualize a scene of your first year anniversary, for example. Or you could hear friends say, congratulations on your wedding. Or create any type of scene where you hear someone say, I was so thrilled to meet your husband yesterday or your wife yesterday. Do you see the picture here? And please check my other videos where I speak more specifically about what you need to do to manifest specific things. Now, when it comes to your beliefs about the world, you need to understand that no matter how many people walking on the planet today have for beliefs, you do not need to have the same type beliefs. You could be that one person out of 7 billion with another kind of belief, and that would be all right. You need to understand that whatever the average beliefs about the world, when it comes to aging, when it comes to health, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to money, you do not have to have that. You do not have to have that belief. You can have your own belief about anything in the world, even if this is not a general belief. And trust me, this belief that you are going to have for yourself, even if it's not the general belief of the world, is going to affect your life in a very, very positive way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have not subscribed, please be sure to subscribe. Click on the bell icon for more videos like this one. And like the video so more people who need this type of information will be able to see this video. You can also join my new Facebook group to learn more about manifesting using Neville Goddard techniques and get all your questions answered. I also have email coaching and one-on-one coaching for your own personal manifestation needs, and you can find all the links down below. Thank you for listening and see you next time. Bye-bye now.